starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Wild Hour Podcast. My name's George Wild, live in Los Angeles, and I'm here with the fellas. What's going on, boys?
What's going on?
What's
up?
happening, George?
What's going
Mondo?
on, guys? Holy
What's
crap!
up?
Look who's back. Jamin James.
What's up?
What's up, my brother?
Mahalo, Jam and James.
Yeah, my response. ¿Qué onda?
Hey, dude. Hey,
Keep it real.
hey, Jamin James. Did you find any good burritos out there, bro? No.
As a matter of fact, George, right around the corner from where I was staying, there was this Mexican restaurant.
Get out of here.
One of the nights, my daughter had went out with her boyfriend. They partied it up. They came back, and the next morning they tell me I had the best fucking burrito ever. I'm like, nah, shut up, really? They're like, yeah, there's a Mexican restaurant right down the road from us. I'm like, okay, let's go check it out. Next day we went and checked it out, dude. Off the fucking hook.
Carnitas?
They had carnita. They had every fucking meat possible,
All right.
bro. So this is how I determine a good burrito. If the rice is homemade and good, but the key factor to every burrito, I believe, is the base, the beans. If the beans aren't canned and they're homemade, it's gonna be a bomb ass fucking burrito. So homemade beans, had everything on the menu. It was just off the hook. This guy he's not a native to the Hawaiian Islands. He's actually from Michoacan. Traveled
Carnitas.
up to Manteca, California, Northern California. He said they had enough of the fields, moved to Hawaii, and opened up a restaurant, bro. Killer,
Nice.
killer
That's
food.
awesome.
Yeah.
Expensive or normal price?
Wow. I would say it was normal price, bro.
Normal
The
price. 'Cause
gas-
normally, get those that non-native foods are a little bit more right out there.
Yeah, it is a little bit more,
Yeah.
but here's the kicker. I usually make a determination everywhere I go. I base it off the prices of gas, right?
Mhm.
So gas out there was about $5.26 a gallon,
All right.
which was something I was already used to before we
Yeah.
had left, right? But the key factor in Hawaii is things are priced slightly higher, but the taxes out there are way lower, bro.
Oh, all right. All right.
So you're just paying a couple of cents more on items that we would normally get out here.
So did you? I'm sorry. Did you also have like a moco loco from anywhere?
Of course, come on now.
Yeah. Right.
And
Wait
you-
a
that
minute.
was-
What is a moco
That's
loco?
one. Oh,
Yeah, I've never heard that.
the best, bro. It's
What the heck is
literally
that?
the best thing. It's the best thing you could eat for breakfast. I have it for lunch sometimes. It's a
Yeah.
Hawaiian breakfast, is what I'll let you explain it, James.
Yeah, basically the base is rice.
Mhm.
They get about a quarter pound of burger or more,
Hamburger patty, right? Yeah.
hamburger patty on top, and then they'll put a fried egg to your liking, not scrambled but fried, and then their style of gravy all over it.
Oh, it's the
Awesome.
best.
I'm hungry
It's
now.
the best, bro.
I'm
Yeah.
getting hungry. What's it called? A moco loco?
Moco loco.
Yeah.
Moco
okay.
loco.
Yeah. You have to have one, bro. If you haven't,
Uh,
I highly recommend it. If you haven't had one, you'll love it, dude.
Okay, let me go back to the beginning because I got all excited about seeing Jamin James.
Yeah,
Let
you
me
shot.
let me do the wraparound. Jamin James, how you doing, my brother?
Doing good, guys. Doing good. Welcome me back, and I'm glad to be back, man. Sort of missed the show last week. And by the way, thanks Mondo for stepping in.
no problem.
appreciate it.
Anytime. It was fun. Fun.
Yeah, it's the way it is. We like to have fun on this show, bro.
Okay, let me go to
Mondo did a
Jesse.
great job.
Yeah, let me go to
Thank you.
Jesse. Jesse, how you doing, my brother? How you doing, my brother? How you living?
I'm living good, bro. I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm doing great. I had a good week. I think finally the COVID has left my house. It's been in my house for about 2.5, 3 weeks. My wife was the last one to get it, and I think she tested negative on Tuesday, so we're good. We're 2 days COVID clean here, and hopefully we can keep it that way for a while.
Very nice.
Right
So
now,
everybody-
everything is just perfect.
Everybody
in my house.
full recover back to normal, right? Everybody's back to their old selves.
You know, so far, but
All right. Yeah,
hope
my
that I don't get it, or let's knock on wood.
yeah,
because,
my daughter got it too, and she got it pretty bad, but she made a full recovery. So,
Yeah.
yeah, thank God to that. Mr. Mando, how you doing, my brother? How are you?
I am recuperating from one hell of a weekend. Started last Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Single guy
I
life,
think I took
brother.
a break
Single
on
life.
Monday, but then Tuesday and Wednesday. Yes, it's exhausting though. So I'm going to take a little time off tonight and tomorrow, and I'm going to the Killers concert on Saturday, and then
I'll
gonna
be
do-
there. I'll be there.
Oh yeah,
I'm
look
gonna
for you,
be there.
jamming. We'll have a Moco Loco, if
Right?
you had him there, right?
real quick, have you seen the Killers before? Either of you?
No, never.
I
I,
have.
don't really go
Yeah.
to concerts much,
Oh,
but I haven't
man.
seen them.
Sounds
Heard it's gonna be
like
great.
I
Yeah.
I saw him twice too. That's an amazing concert, bro. You're gonna
Nice.
have a
Is
good
it?
time.
All right,
Yeah,
good.
Good.
I think it's local. I think it's either the Crypto Arena. I'm not sure where it's at. My friend got
Oh.
tickets, but he told me about it.
very
FC
cool.
The FC Stadium, or
Oh yeah.
where the old sports
That's a
arena used to
big.
be.
That's
Oh.
a big one.
Oh, downtown LA, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
Right down
Yeah.
the street from my house. So yeah, I'm gonna rest up tomorrow night to be ready for that, and Saturday, and then Sunday we're doing the Retro Groove House at George's house. That's always a lot of fun, playing some old techno house music. I get to see Paulie and the crew out there. So I'm gonna wrap up my Sunday, and then I'll take some time to just kind of get back into the swing of things, or not.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not my house. It's George T's
Very
house.
cool.
George T's house in Van Nuys. That's
George
where
T,
the
yeah,
retro
George
show's
T.
gonna take place at.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, George T.
Whenever you say George's house, I'm like, dang, George is a baller. He's got a studio too.
I know.
No,
when
George
you gonna
George
fight
T's
George?
house. We're going to the whole
Yeah,
group
George.
house studio. It's called Group House Studio in Van Nuys. That's where the show's gonna take place at.
Yeah.
Hey, let me say, hey Leo, sorry brother. Hope you're on your way to take care of your emergency. Leo was gonna be part of the show, but he scratched like a minute before, and thank God Jamie James was standing by. So let us know how you're doing, my brother.
Yeah.
Just send us a message.
Clutch.
Yeah, and
Put
so
his pants
good
on
work.
and jumped in the seat. You know.
Yeah, bro.
Literally.
He's like,
Literally.
yeah, get on it.
Wow, Mando. So you live the single life, brother. I mean,
We got dinner?
Fridays, Saturdays, Sunday. I
Um,
mean, you're just banging. Man,
Yeah, but it's not every weekend. Like I said, I enjoy just staying home sometimes. I got all my animals here, and then of course because I'm on call for work, so I can't be partying too much. But it just this weekend was like the end of summer, sort of, for some of my friends, and we had this thing at the Sidebar Grill. It was end of summer, so it was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go out with a bang, and I paid the price, of course, going into work the next day, hungover as hell. Like today, I went to work and we partied last night with some of my team members from work at a local bar. But anyway, I just figured, why not do it for this week? And then I had the show today, so I had to get ready for it. And last minute, George, I was again with computers, messing around. I just got it right at the last minute. But yeah, single life is fun, but it can also be very taxing, So this week it'll be, like I said, chill until Saturday and Sunday, and then see what happens after that.
Nice.
Hey, what's the name of that cat that we keep hearing? Does he have a
Alex was-
name?
His name is
Yeah.
He's at the door because I don't let him in here because he pees on stuff, and his name is Peeps, like Peeps.
Yeah.
So you hear him because he's at the door, and this cat came to my house back, I don't know, 10 years ago, crying at the front door. We let him in one time, and he peed on shit, so we threw him outside. But then somebody took him and neutered him, and I thought it fixed it, so we took him in, and he's moved with me several places. But now he's here. He's one of the few cats I have left, but he's a big attention. He needs attention like a baby. So he's at the door crying. He'll stop in a minute because he'll get tired. And then when I go out there, he'll start crying again and jump all over me and stuff. Just like a dog. He's like a dog. I have cats that are dogs, and I have a dog.
All right,
Nice.
man. Jamie James, do you have any shout outs, Jamie James, before we get going?
Yeah, I do. A quick shout out to George Galvez, Susie Galvan, and our boy Leo, who's out on the road to take care of business right now.
What's up,
What's up,
Leo? What's up, brother? Thank you for watching us, my brother. Thank you for the support. So let me go to this story, bro. Have you guys seen this video about the 7-Eleven ransacking? Have you guys
I
seen this
haven't.
thing? You haven't seen it, no?
Yeah.
I mean, these dudes are
No,
on.
I heard
these,
this today.
Yeah, these dudes are on full 4K HD video, dude. I mean, these dudes are not going to be hard to find. I
I think
mean,
it was a takeover, right? It started off as a takeover.
correct. Yeah, it was a takeover, so the
Yeah.
cops couldn't get there because everything was blocked off. So they bum rushed 7-Eleven and they completely ransacked it, bro. I mean, I showed it to my daughter. My daughter couldn't believe what she was seeing. She said, "What's going on?" I said, "Oh, they're ransacking." And then know what she told me? Why? You know what I mean?
The
It's
flash
like,
mobs. Yeah. It's like a hundred kids inside of a 7-Eleven, dude. They just took everything and they ran out the doors, you know.
What area was this in? Was it in L.A., the Valley, or
is it
some
was it
other
like was it
city?
like
I
Bellflower
think it was
or
West LA.
was it West
Oh
LA?
shit! Yeah.
Well,
You know,
they're
the-
always in LA, but you know, I
So-
don't know what city it was in. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of proud parents out there with their kids on Channel 7,
Model
Channel 11,
students.
Channel 4, Channel 5, Channel 2, Univision,
Now I gotta
Telemundo.
watch
You
it.
know, they're all over the place.
I mean, honest, James, what would you do if you saw that and you saw, you know, you have daughters, if you saw one of your daughters in that flash mob, or even you, George, like what would you do if you saw one of your kids? You know, I mean, I know
That
yeah,
would be a serious ass whooping.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it would.
even like at the age that they're at, like my son is 23. You know,
On-
like
Honestly, what I would do, and I would take my kid back to that 7-Eleven, have them
Yeah.
apologize,
yeah.
and do a free work there for however long that owner wanted them to work.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, I was just like, I mean, of course, I would be extremely disappointed. But when they first started happening, I pulled my son aside and I kind of asked him like, hey, you know, because my son is into cars, you know, but he's not into like Chargers and Challengers. He's into BMWs. But I had asked him, I'm like, is this something that you know, like you're doing, you know? And he's not into that. So I'm you know relieved to find out that you know he does go to meets, but he doesn't go to takeovers. So it's kind of cool. But I mean,
So educate me, guys. I didn't see it because I'm really lame when it comes to watching the news. But what exactly happened? Was it just a bunch of young punks out there, or was it an organized kind of mob that it just got out of hand?
I don't think it was organized.
was
I
not
think it
organized.
was. You know what a street takeover is? Yeah, you know what a street takeover is.
No, I don't
Okay.
think
So
so.
what
I'm
they
gonna-
do
I'm gonna
is-
hit to that.
They go to like these intersections, right? All their cars. There's like all these guys who race
Ah.
cars and girls, and then they start doing donuts in the intersection, and then it's like a lot of people that get involved. I got caught up in traffic for one before, and then I guess all of those people that were there, hundreds of people, show up for these things. They all just decided to go ransack a 7-Eleven that was right
Oh,
next door.
man, sucks.
Yeah, so
Poor 7-Eleven. Oh, that's terrible.
right.
Now I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
watch it after the show. I'm gonna have to Google it. I'm sure I'll find a lot of good footage everywhere on it.
I
about
think I think George, you mentioned that they stole lotto tickets.
Ooh.
Yeah, they stole a lot of tickets, and like I mentioned, those things have serial numbers. So even if you scratch it off and you won like $1 million and you try to cash it,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna get $1 million
Yeah.
because you know
Well,
that ticket has
We're
not
gonna
been
start
sold.
to see them. We're gonna start to see the repercussions of that real soon, right?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, they
Funny.
stole a lot of tickets. I mean, like I said, these 7-Elevens are independently owned. You know what I mean? They're not really, you know, people, you know, buy into the franchise and they own them independently. So I'm sure the guy had insurance and everything, but still kind of a pain in the ass. You got to clean up your store and
Yeah.
all this, you know, all this stuff that goes on with it. But yeah, I mean, like I say, I don't want to act like I was an angel when I was a kid. I mean, I've got into trouble. But I also always had in the back of my head two things, right? Disappointing my mom and getting my dad pissed off. So that most of the time that worked keeping me out of trouble. You know what I mean? So I knew that I would disappoint my mom and my dad would, you know, he would do his thing. So, you know, that always kept me kind of like from getting into big trouble. I mean, I got into trouble, but not something like that where I would rush into a store and steal and ransack and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, what, Jesse, did you have something similar that would stop you, or did you ever get into some big mayhem?
Well, I know that I passed that test because like I think I mentioned in the past show how David and I, when we were at a Jerry Touche party, this is when I was probably 17, 18, I was young, and we went to Hollywood, and we were dressed in costume for Halloween, and we went to Hollywood, and they rioted. They decided to just break every window in every store, and they were looting. And one guy asked me to help him break a window on a pawn shop, and I was like, fuck you, dude. I ain't I'm not gonna be a part of this. I was just a kid, and I just wasn't like, I was too scared. I was too scared to do something like that. So I literally went back to the car and just waited for, like, because we all kind of got separated a little bit. So I just was like, I'm not gonna take part in this. So I passed that test. So I know I wouldn't do it if I was that age today. I just know that that's not me or who I am. How about you? How about you, James? Something you'd do?
Yeah, actually. Well, yeah.
Yep.
All right, so
We
yeah,
keep it real. We keep. Hey, Jamin James, we keep it real here, bro. So
I'll
just bring
skip
it, bro.
We keep it real.
No. I can't do that one. But yeah, I did it once. It was AM PM up in Lancaster. So
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
yeah.
No
But,
more.
Leo
That's
said
all?
he would have got.
I mean,
booze.
You would have got booze.
Booze. Free booze.
Give me a
criminals,
Pacific
bro.
Stew,
Jesus.
Hey, you know what? City Terrace is below El Sereno, bro. Just a little bit.
Our hills are higher than El Sereno, bro.
Just a
And we
little
got-
bit.
And we got a better view.
Yeah, better view. Yeah, that you do. That you do.
Okay. So you did something not similar, but but you didn't have any. And I mean, you didn't have somebody putting the fear of God into you for getting in trouble at all, Jamin James, or you were just kind of like making choices on your own when you're on your own.
That was youngster, bro. Just stupid stuff that you don't think about, and you get caught up in the heat of the moment. Where, and actually, you know what? I didn't take anything. I was just involved in that crowd that was involved in mobbing that AM PM, right? But then you see your buddies coming out, and then there's other people that aren't part of that crowd that you're part of, and there's a lot of pushing, shoving, and then all of a sudden, little fights break out. I was more involved in that part of it. Yeah.
So
but
you
Okay, let me
weren't
go-
you weren't
let me-
breaking windows and
no.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask our special guest. How about you, Mondo? You ever got into any type of trouble like that? I mean, you don't have to disclose anything. You're not part of the part of the show, but right now,
I don't want to
we tell it like it is, bro.
So
Dude,
I'm
we-
gonna change the
we-
names.
We tell it like it is over here, bro. We telling ourselves. We write on ourselves. So this
Oh
is the
no,
way it
no,
goes
I
in this show,
seen your
bro.
guys' show. That's why. No, I get it. I'm along the same lines as George, but except for I really didn't want to disappoint my mom. My dad was kind of very passive. I mean, it took a lot to get him angry. But I remember one time my brother and I were at a J.C. Penney, I think, and we wanted to steal something to do with skateboarding because they used to carry that generic crap there. And we scoped out what we were going to steal. And us idiot kids, we scoped it out for over an hour and a half. And I know that because when we got busted, the security guards had us in the office, threatening to call the cops, call our parents. And we are just like, oh my God. They said, you guys were standing in front of the same aisle for over an hour and a half. So it was really easy to spot you guys out. Not the brightest thieves. We're dumb kids. We thought, hey, and I'm sure our parents would have bought it for us, but we just decided to steal it. And of course, we got caught, got put into the office. And of course, they put the fear of God into you. And just calling your parents, you're hoping they call your parents, not the cops. But I was along the same line. I didn't want to upset my mom because we weren't in school for one. We were ditching. My dad was in and out of town because he went out of town a lot, so he wasn't at home. I don't think. But let me tell you, when you're like, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, and they're telling you they're going to go to jail, you start crying.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be like, oh, I'm not going to have my friends. I'm not going to do this. But so I learned my lesson sort of early on there. But I will admit to this. During the LA riots, I wasn't part of it. But after it was all said and done, there used to be a Circuit City by my house. And some girl I was dating, she knew some guys that broke into it, and they were selling it. For the young kids out there, they probably don't know what this is, VCRs. And I got myself a Memorex top of the line VCR for $50. I felt bad, but it was top of the line back in the day. So
Mondo, I think we all benefited from that
Yeah.
riot. Somehow,
okay, I don't
some
feel
way.
bad. I don't feel bad. I feel like shit. I don't know. I mean, you guys are keeping it real, but I'm like, fuck, they're gonna say what the hell? Bought stolen
No.
merchandise, but yes, I bought a VCR Memorex.
Hey,
I think lasted a long time.
Hey, Mondo, can I ask you this? How much stuff did that
I
guy have in his house?
when you went to pick up that VCR, dude?
Oh, so no, they did it totally like, hey, I'll meet you at this parking lot. And I was like telling the girl, are you sure this guy's cool? She goes, yeah, I know him. My brother knows him. So we actually drove up and he opens his trunk and he's got the VCR. He had nothing but VCRs at this point because I think he was making he was delivering that day. So I didn't know of course I didn't know what else to ask for because, back then, guys, a 27-inch TV was the size of an oven.
Yeah.
Correct.
And for those of you who remember the riots, they didn't happen, last year. So there was no flat screen TV. So I thought, well, I'm not going to ask for a TV that's too big. And the VCR was about the smallest thing. There was no iPods at the time, or else I would have asked for an iPod. But she told me he had anything I wanted. But I was just like, you know what? I got lucky this time. But what if they bust you? You're buying stolen goods. You're going to go to jail for that. Yeah, and I was already a semi-adult. I was in my late 20s. So I thought I can't be screwing around and going to jail for buying a fucking VCR, which I could have bought it eventually, I'm sure. But
yeah,
$50 was a hell of a deal back then in those days, and it was stolen. So it was like, but yeah, I didn't partake in the riots because I was too much of a pussy. I saw what was going on. I was like, fuck that. They're shooting firefighters. People were get their ass kicked for a pack of cigarettes. Forget I was stay home and watch it.
You didn't want to drive down there just to see what was
going on? Oh, hell no. Fuck. First of all, I saw what happened when people were driving. They were throwing shit at them. They didn't care. I mean, we remember those riots. There was nothing civil about them, and there was nothing. People forgot the message why they were rioting. They're just stealing shit and breaking shit. So, yeah, I didn't want to go down there. I watched it from the TV in the comfort of my home and just hope they didn't come to my neighborhood.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Hey, Mando, did you put that VCR in your room, or it was a family VCR?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh no! I was already. Come on, I'm not that bad. I didn't give it away as a gift.
I give it to your mom
I wanted
for Christmas.
Yeah, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. This is from the riots. No, I kept it in my living room because I was already living alone at that time. So I was this is cool, man. I had a big old VCR, a big old 27-inch, huge ass TV, and I think I had one of the first surround sounds that would sound like shit. Nothing sounded surrounded, but hey, I had it because I bought it on my own from Kmart.
Those first surround sounds had a lot of cables.
Yeah, and it didn't sound good, so you're like shit. But you had it, so you were baller because you got surround sound, 27-inch TV, and a fucking VCR.
Hey, Mando,
I was high rolling back then.
Mando, can I ask you what was that first video cassette you popped in there, bro? Do you remember?
Is this a family show?
Was it a porn? Was it a porn?
Okay, honestly, George. Look, it was probably porn, guys. Come on. Come on. A VCR, a single guy. You got to practice, right? So I'm pretty sure it was porn. And then I got my movie collection, my Star Wars, and, Debbie Does Dallas. And then you got your fucking.
Debbie Does Dallas. Hey, this was in the 70s or what?
No, I was buying 70s porn because that stuff was classic. I never got to see it as a kid. So yeah, George, I'm sorry, but yeah, it was probably porn. I had a pretty good porn collection. My friend was. You
just took George's video of the week, bro.
Hey, bro. Wait. I have another question. Was it Mando? Was it a bootleg one or was it a real one? Bootleg or real porn?
It was bootleg. Who could afford? So first of all, you guys remember video stores?
Who's gonna buy it?
Yeah, you go to the video store, and if you were baller and you had 2 VCRs, you could dub them. So my friend used to get them and say, "Oh, you gotta watch this one." And he would write the name, like the Sharpie.
What the hell?
Shit, okay. The quality wasn't the best, but come on, do you really need high def?
Wait.
You're only gonna watch it 2 minutes at a time, right?
At least. So it was a bootleg, George.
Mando, you had your buddy was bootlegging porn, dude. He was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. He would bootleg it, and he would give it to me, but he would sell it for like $1 or $2, because back then it's bootleg. And of course, unless you're doing high quality, duplicating, it's gonna look like shit. There's gonna be times when the tape gets kind of messed up, and it's been rewound in that spot too many times. I'm probably saying way too much, but you asked the question. The first video I popped in that VCR is probably like, oh man, I could rewind it and pause it and all that shit. Yeah.
I appreciate you. I appreciate your honesty, Mando. I really do.
Well, I've seen you guys in the show, and you guys are very open and honest. I wouldn't want to sit here and be like a choir boy saying, "Oh no, George, it was Bambi," and I had a girl over, and we watched The Beach. No, because George said The Beach last week. I still haven't seen it, but it looks like a good movie. I love Leonardo DiCaprio.
You should check it out.
Good movie, bro.
Yeah, I got a question. I just want to see how talented you were. Did you have a remote control, or were you doubling up on the action? pressing pause.
Oh no, James, remote control,
All
because
right.
that way you can hit it from any position you're in.
Oh God, this is too much
Or
information,
couch.
guys.
I mean, no, sometimes you're laying down, sometimes you're in a recliner, right? So I'm just saying that it came with a remote control, and which was again, it was a top line Memorex. Now, I don't know. Memorex is not known for their electronics, but back then it was
They're known for their tape. Their
yeah.
tape. Hey, George,
yeah.
move this thing along, bro.
No, bro, that's gonna. Hey, that's gonna. Hey, wait a minute. Hang on. This is leading me to my second thing.
Oh, God.
Shit.
Okay, here we go. Where is it at? Where is my second thing? Oh yeah, there's a new a new bill being talked about that victims who received unsolicited graphic material via text, email, or app can sue the sender. So, what are you guys' thoughts
Yeah,
about that?
So no more. Yes. It should be that way. Yes.
So be careful out there, because you might
Yeah.
get sued. So
Hey,
just
the-
chill out.
The person who says why, is the habitual dick pic sender.
No, I'm like, no, I'm the receipt. I get them. I don't send them.
You're getting dick pics.
Someone send me something I like. I'm like, hey, thanks, man.
Thanks. She said thanks, man.
Oh goodness.
Oh, my God.
So what's
Good
your thoughts
segue,
about?
George. Good segue.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Jamie James, what's your thoughts about that? Suing somebody for sending you something like that, brother? Unsolicited, of course. If you're soliciting, then you can't sue. But if somebody just throws one at you, you can literally sue them. What's your thoughts about this new bill they're talking about?
I'll tell you. I'm sorry, yeah.
I'll tell you, if it's a form of harassment, then yeah, go for it, right? But if it's if it's a, I don't know how to say this, maybe a flirtatious type of thing. All right, cool, whatever, But if it's just harassment, you're not asking for it, and you're getting these texts, yeah, why not all day?
Yeah. Well, like, first of all, only men. I mean, only women are going to be dropping this lawsuit. Men aren't going to be suing because some girl decided to show them, show off her, fun bags. But you know what? Like, if you're on a dating, let's say you're on a dating site, you just signed up for like whatever. I don't know what the names of them are, Match.com, and then you get your first message. And it's a dick pic, like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, at least now there's something to prevent that. It's a pause,
It's it's a deterrent. Deterrent from some,
exactly.
Right. So yeah, I'm assuming that's what the law's for, to deter people from just
probably.
sending
Yeah.
pictures like that. So, but it worked out right after
Think
that.
twice.
Right after that Mondo video cassette thing into this. Yeah, it worked out pretty good. Another story, guys, is let's get out of there because
You're
unless
talking about the segue, right? The segue.
yeah. So unless you got more
we
opinions
lost
on
someone.
yeah,
I saw somebody. I
Yeah,
saw
we
someone
lost
saying,
one of
"This
our
is a guy
girls,
showing their
one
body."
of our-
I'm like, oh, we're gonna talk about Bambi
lost
in a
it.
minute.
yeah. Okay, hang on a second. So I'm gonna move on. Yeah, let's move on because we're losing our female audience.
Real quick.
LA inmates held for days due to a computer system crash. So there was people, trying to get out of county jail, dude, and they couldn't get out because computers crashed, boy. I mean, that would have pissed me off back in the days. And I don't want to say I've been to county a lot, but I've been to county a lot.
Whoa, this is an open show.
Yeah, no, I
I
was.
mean-
What do you guys think about
What are
that?
you gonna do? You know,
I mean, can you sue?
Well,
I-
first of all,
I got no
Yeah.
sympathy.
none, no sympathy. But also,
No.
I was there a couple times, and I don't remember like the exact date I was supposed to get out. They
Right.
just said, "Hey, you're getting out. Sit there for 15 hours." So it's like,
what's another 10 days?
what's another 10
Right.
days?
Right.
Yeah, like
Free
I
room and
use-
board.
I don't.
I
would've
wasn't knocking on the door saying I'm supposed to be out. Like,
I would have used it as credit for the next
Yeah.
time around. No, you
Oh,
kept
yeah,
me
yeah.
5 days extra last time, so guess what? Credit.
How long were they being kept for? Like, how long were they being kept for?
3 to 5 days, dude.
3 to 5 days. Oh, it sucks.
Now, were they
Hey,
like
brother,
really
I-
hardened
I-
criminals, or was it just?
Well, I mean, you're in county, you're in there for God knows what,
Nowadays, Mon-
but even if you were like, let's say you were a guy that
Nowadays, Mondo,
did 30.
you could.
Sorry, Jimmy J. Let me get this in real quick. Imagine if you're a guy that just did 30 years, right? So you get sent to county, you're gonna get released, and now you gotta wait an extra 3 days because a computer crashed, dude. That would piss you off, right?
But like, how do you know? How do you know that you're in there because the computer crashed? They're not gonna come under you and like, hey, sorry, bro. We know you're supposed to get out today, but they're not even gonna. They're just gonna say, get back in your cell and shut up. You know
Right?
what I mean? They're not like, how do you know?
We're extending your stay. Now shut the hell
Yeah.
up and go get
Yeah.
your free cookies
Yeah.
and juice and whatever else they give you in county.
Get your
Wait a
sandwich.
minute. Wait a minute.
She
Wait a
sounds,
minute.
sounds
Mondo,
good.
hey, Mondo, you
I'm
ever been
getting
to the
hungry
county,
'cause-
bro? Are you been to the county? Are you been to the county?
I'm gonna
Mondo?
tell you guys another funny story. I went to county jail one time in a transport from something that happened with friends, and they put us in some jail in Glendale. Now Glendale compared to county is Club Med, trust me. And
Right.
anyone will tell you that. So of course when they started putting us in the bus to go to county, I thought, oh man, I heard all the stories. I saw the movies, you're gonna get shanked, you're gonna fucking we're gonna keep this PG because I don't want to lose any more female viewers. But I just thought the worst. And I thought, man, I gotta get a lawyer. And of course, you got in there for something stupid. They're gonna give you a court appointed attorney. And just as they were gonna process us, they call my name. I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm gonna get put in a cell. They said, you're free to go. Nothing on you. We got nothing. I'm like, oh, thank the Lord. I remember calling my friends to pick me up because I didn't have a car. And I was just like so happy. I went to church the next day. And I don't go to church. But yeah, I almost went to county. So again, I didn't get to experience that. I'm not a hardened criminal. And not that people that go to county are, but I just never got to go to jail. But I've seen enough shit to scare the shit out of me to not ever want to go to county jail. I'll take Glendale any day. Yeah. Glendale's Club Med or Monrovia. I've been there too.
Yeah, boy, you got a little record going, huh?
The last show I told you guys, stupidity follows me. Stupidity is my fucking my wingman. But yeah, Monrovia was actually nice too. So I was in with some DUI guys, old men. I mean, really old men. They would go there and spend the weekend because you could do that. Spend the weekend, do your 12 hours, and then you leave on your own because you're just in there for like something like DUI. Nothing really. They didn't kill anybody. So I was driving with a suspended license for a motorcycle license. And I got 5 days in jail. And they said, you got a choice. You can go to county or Monrovia and pay. I forgot what it was. I said, I'll pay. So I went to Monrovia and I just would go there and sleep for 6 or 12 hours and get up and go get out and come back on the weekend. Very cool, casual. Yeah. That's my hardened jail story. I've been in jail, man. It was probably less than $50 a day. They didn't feed you because you would just go there and literally sleep there and then get cut loose. So no food, just lay there and just.
Hey, times are different, huh? You get to just go check in.
Right. I didn't know I could do that. I should. I went to county all the freaking time, dude. I could have paid to go to South Pasadena. God damn.
Hang out with a bunch of DUI old men and hear their stories. You're only like in your 20s, and it's not bad. But that's my criminal record. In case anybody's wondering if I've done hard time, I haven't. I'm sorry. I was just always like scared. Still scared to go to jail. I'll tell you that right now.
All right. So our
I think we all are, right, George?
Oh yeah, no, dude. I want nothing to do with going to jail, bro. Seriously,
I'll never go back.
But
James got his get out of jail free card, so he's gonna credit that he said. So that's good.
I'm gonna tell that fool, get off my bunk. This is my bunk, punk. You get out the way. Give me an extra pillow.
He's gonna just start doing push-ups right away.
Burpees and all that great stuff.
Get all buff in the first hour you're in jail. In the joint, they call it.
You gonna eat that cookie? Pass it over.
Take it. Just take it. Don't ask. Just take it.
He's gonna bulk up. He's gonna start eating everybody's food. You gonna eat that?
Are you guys familiar with the old Buddhist temple here in Highland Park? Remember that orange building right on Avenue 50 and Figueroa? You guys seen that place? Are you guys familiar? You're familiar with it?
I have, yeah.
On the right. So, Jesse sent me a story that I guess his Christian church bought the building, and this Christian church has
anti-gay, right?
Yeah, LGBTQ, being anti, in their history. What's your thoughts about that, Jesse? Since you sent me this story.
Well, I just thought that wow, of all places, huh? Highland Park. I mean, I know it's not Highland Park anymore; it's Nila. but
Right.
it's been it's transformed and it's a completely different city, and I don't think they'd be very accepting of a church being occupied or being purchased by that type of a group. So it's to me it's a bit disturbing. But I threw it out there because that's your neighborhood, George, and you, Mondo, right? You're kind of in that area.
Yeah, I'm close by there.
Yeah. How does that affect you guys? Like, is that something that you'd go protest if it came down to
I
it, or
mean, is this a known fact, right? I mean, I'm surprised
it's a
that
known fact. It's not. Yeah, it's not
I'm
hearsay. It's factual. Yeah.
I'm assuming that they're going to have a lot of protesting there if this is a fact.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I'm
this
sure.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, this town is very pro that. So I don't think that they're going to have a easy time opening this church or whatever. I don't know if it's a done deal or what, but yeah, I mean, I'd be surprised that if they're not going to have a lot of protesting there.
Hey, what's the purpose? Is it going to be a church?
It's a huge place. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Christian. Well, you said it's a Christian church, right? I'm assuming they're gonna open a Christian church there, or some type of
Yeah.
center. But because it's a humongous place. But the
'Cause
fact that they
you
have
would
this,
think they turn it into a concert venue would be a better choice.
dude, yeah,
Right?
or
Yeah,
yeah, that place it's pretty unique little place, dude. So I'm surprised it's gonna be a church. You know what I mean? But like I said, dude, I don't know about this Christian church moving in like that with all these issues, especially now that here in Highland Park. Now that it's a progressive, very progressive city.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's going to work out for them. What do you think, Jamin James?
Whoever decided to make that purchase, they just didn't do their homework to see who their demographic is, right? Yeah.
I think everybody has the right to practice what they believe in. Um, but I also believe that churches have an open door policy, no matter what gender you are, what belief you have, or what background you come from. The door should always be open and accepting to everybody, no matter what religion it is.
True that. How
True.
about you, Mondo?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts about this, my brother?
Well, you asked if we would go protest, and I'm not big on protesting, but the thing is, growing up in the DJ community, we were accepting of all cultures, all peoples, all types, and there was a lot of gay people back in the DJ days that we didn't shun them. They came and
No.
paid their money. They were cool. It's better than having gangbangers at your party.
Yep.
So for me growing up, I was introduced to the gay community really quick, and we learned really quick. And this was not our parents telling us, "Hey, right and wrong, or what you should believe in or not." It was just our friends saying that guy or girl are cool. Who cares what they like?
Right.
They're not hitting on us. So
Yeah.
for me growing up, and nowadays, like George said, Highland Park, Echo Park, Cypress, all those places are so more trendy where they're accepting of everything that I would be surprised if someone would try to open an establishment like that and say we don't want any gays here. I think that'd be really they'd be talk about lynch mobs coming back. It's like you cannot tell people what they can
Yeah.
and can't like and who they like, and
Yeah.
they all say it's all one God. But I would definitely sign a petition for that. And I'm not a religious guy, but to step on someone else's beliefs like that, I know I'm stepping on the Christian beliefs, but I think nowadays in our world, you got to be accepting of everything. I have friends that are gay and lesbian, and they're cool as fuck. So why would
I
I be
think
like, oh,
Yeah, I think you kind of hit it on the head. Growing up and then being a part of these amazing, you know, uh, communities that we've been a part of, whether it's promoting DJing or just in being in attendance. I think that the music, house music, techno, that whole vibe, disco, has really made us more tolerant towards other people and their beliefs, and I think that it
yeah,
really has helped us to understand and not really care. What
Right.
you do is what you do, and it's not my business, and you know what I mean, like no judgment. So yeah, I think you hit it on the head right there, Mondo. Right on.
we played a gig back in February in 2020 before the COVID, and I was like back to the scene. I hadn't been even to a nightclub, and I saw a couple guys wearing high heels and they had their fans on, and they were the coolest people there. They were loving the music, and we were playing whatever we wanted to.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is just like back in the day. Everybody's accepting of everybody, so nobody was like, oh my god, look at those guys wearing heels.
Yeah.
Those guys are very cool. And then the whatever girls showed up, if they're with a partner, it's like, well, it just makes the whole atmosphere a lot more relaxing. Because, like I've said before, when I started DJing, I was a nerdy guy. I hated going to dances. That's why I became a DJ. But nowadays, with so many people accepting, I'm sure even if you're a nerdy person and you go out, nobody's looking at what you're wearing anymore. It's just like, are you cool? If you're an asshole, then you're an asshole. But if you're cool, then you're
Yeah.
accepted.
All of those barriers have been broken
Right.
during the 90s. During the 90s, the way that we dressed, or the way that people dressed, was very music centric. If you were a hip hopper, you dressed like a hip hopper. If you were a cholo, you dressed like a cholo. If you were a rocker, you could just tell. You could look at somebody and be
Right.
like, "Oh, that guy's a hip hopper," or "That guy's a cholo," or "That guy's a metalhead," or whatever. You could tell. But now, all of those lines have blurred. Where now, like, you see a guy wearing tight jeans, Vans, and a white T-shirt, and he could be anything from an Hauser, all the way to, like, a Thrasher. You don't
Yep.
know. You just don't know anywhere. So all of those walls have been broken, and everybody just dresses and just kind of expresses freely, and we don't know anymore until you get to know them. That's when you find out.
I just think that in LA, I mean, also like going to clubs and doing all this stuff. I mean, they're part of the community, right? So I don't really separate them from others, right? I just feel like, oh, that's part of LA. There's blacks, Latinos, gays, whites. So to me, it's like when I show up somewhere and there's a bunch of people dancing, I'm not like singling out anybody. You can tell, obviously, you
Yeah.
can tell some they're like, hey, that guy is like over the top, but he
Some are
after a while,
flamboyant,
right. But I mean, he's just part of it, whatever's going on that night. So I don't really see isolate them from the rest of the people. So and in LA, especially in LA, dude. I mean, a church, with
But-
those kind of beliefs, kind of like, come on, man, you're in Los Angeles. You know what I mean?
It's ass backwards, bro. Is what it is.
And you know what it happens. I mean, look, it's happening in Highland Park. So it just unfortunately happens. I mean, it's just some people just don't get it, and they're really stuck on their beliefs, and they believe in it. And they suck in some some mindless people that want to follow them too. But I think majority is going to rule on this one. And I'm curious. I like who brought you that story, James, or who
Jesse.
brought it to you, George?
I brought
Jesse.
it. Yeah.
Jesse. I'd like to hear what happens about that in the future, because that's kind of an interesting
Oh, yeah.
topic to see if it's going to
We'll
actually be.
revisit it, and
what it
you're
is.
right, because what you just said right now about you will get some people who will just follow it mindlessly. I live in Alhambra, and I visit all of these places. I didn't Sidebar, Chuparia, where all of these places I go to. My wife and I, maybe about 3 weeks ago, we went to go eat at this place called the Chicken Coop, just right
Ooh,
up the street.
good
Right up the
place,
street. Yeah,
man.
it's a good. Well, there was a guy. He was a young guy. He must have been about 23, between 20, 25. Young guy, very trendy dressed, holding up a sign, a big sign, had all of the things that women shouldn't be doing according to Christian law,
Huh.
with a bullhorn. Women who talk loud, or you know what I mean? Women who dress in skirts, women, all these just list of things, or you're breaking God's rules, you know what I mean? You're going to hell, like. And I just was looking. I was eating, and I was looking at him like, man, this guy's got to be like 24 years old. Like, if I was to see this guy without all of that without like all of that messaging, I would just think that he was just a normal dude, probably one of my son's friends, right? But he's literally out there spewing just hate, just spewing hate, bro. Like anti-women hate, and he's just doing it all in the name of God. And I'm like, man, there are just some people out there who just don't get it. Like what, what I mean? What did he do, or who brainwashed this guy into thinking that was like okay to do? And he's just literally on the corner of Main Street, right there in front of a Starbucks, like just spewing it out. And I was like, dang, like I'm surprised somebody didn't go punch him in the face, because he was like, wow, I was like, man, this guy he's shouting it loud. You know what I mean? He's so you'd be
I
surprised.
mean,
Could be anybody.
well, as confused as that guy might have been, he does have the freedom to actually be in
Exactly.
that
He has
corner.
the
You know what I
freedom.
mean? So,
Hmm.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not that
But
you don't have to agree
having-
with the
having the
guy or
free-
anything, but
Yeah, no, I get it. It's just my old school mentality. It's just like, why hasn't that guy been punched in the face? I'm like, what? This guy's just out there. I'm like, if he was to disrespect my wife, you know what I mean? Like,
Right?
yeah, he's like got a bullhorn and he's yelling it. You know what I mean? like, wow, I'm just waiting. I was kind of just watching, waiting for it to happen, but I was like, ah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But like I said, he does have his right to do be out there. Not that I don't agree with his whatever his views were, but I'm
yeah,
just saying this
of course.
dude, he has the right to be out there. On another topic, dude, you know that Kim Kardashian, Kevin Hart, Sylvester Stallone, Dwayne Wade. They got tickets for violating the drought restriction, dude. These rich people, man, are using up all our damn water. What's your thoughts about that, Jamin James? Unless you're out there watering your lawn too, 24/7, bro, because you're on their side, bro. You're one of them. You're not one of us. But go ahead, my brother. What's your thoughts about this?
I mean,
Yeah, I got 50 yards of lawn, so no. But I say I play it smart. Like I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys before, but I have a pool in the back. What I do is once the chlorine level drops, I'll attach a hose and a sprinkler to my pump and run it to the front and just water the grass like that. And then I'll will fill up my pool with the water, fresh water again. So I'm just recycling the water, basically.
You're my hero, dude. You're like my
so
hero.
so normally though, what would you do? Just let that water run off?
When
Well, you said you took some water out of the pool to water the grass. Like if we weren't in the drought, if it was like a regular situation, what would you normally do? Like, would you just
I said,
let that water run off, or you drain it, or
nah, still do the same thing. Water my plants around
you?
the house. Yeah, I just
All
let
right,
the chlorine level drop, and then I just start watering my plants, wet the deck, anything I need to use the water for.
yeah, all right,
It's just gray water, so I just whatever anything around the house, I use it for.
and it doesn't affect the plants or anything. It doesn't kill it.
I have to let the chlorine level drop. So
Yep.
if I put chlorine in it, it's a high chlorine level or high acidic level, it'll kill the plants. I learned
Yeah.
that in the beginning. I was like, cool, I'm gonna water my plants and all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, grass was all brown, roses
Yeah.
all wilted. I'm like, oh man. Yeah, so that's what I do. I mean, I just water's expensive. I just have that mentality. I've always had that mentality. You got to save
Yeah.
water.
Well, I mean, just because
But,
these
I have
cats can
rain.
afford it, just because these cats can
Yeah.
afford it doesn't mean that they get to hoard up all the water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
they should.
yeah, I wouldn't say they're hoarding up the water. It's a drop in the bucket, but they are breaking the law. You know what I mean? They shouldn't. They shouldn't be doing it. I don't think that the water that they use, the excess water they use, is going to make a difference one way or the other. You know what I mean? But yeah, they shouldn't be doing that.
Just follow the water schedule. I mean, that's all they got to do. I mean, they're not doing
Yeah.
anything special.
But you're talking about the same people who also had hired like private fire departments to come up and save their houses when there were fires up there, right?
True that.
So no sympathy for them at all.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Well,
They'll just
how
pay
much
the-
of the tickets? Like,
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
a
mean,
good
I'm-
part.
I can't imagine the fines that ridiculously for us
Yeah.
probably is. For them, it's like,
Yeah, whatever.
Exactly.
I'll
Pocket
pay it.
change.
Nothing. And
Yeah.
probably houses that they don't even live in. You know what I mean? So
for true that.
yeah.
Dude, my front yard is literally a desert now, bro. You know what I mean? It's like
Not
seriously,
mine.
dude.
I water my grass.
Okay, are you following the law, Jesse? Are you following the law, or are you doing one of
Try
these?
to. You
You
know?
try? Okay.
I'm gonna call Alhambra DWP right now.
Yeah.
And Jesse,
The way that I follow laws, I just do it at 4 a.m. instead of 6 in the
There you
morning.
That's the best time. That is the best time.
It's on a timer.
no,
my lawn's on a timer, so and it goes for 8 minutes per side.
Dude,
per
bro,
zone,
I don't know, bro, but this route thing, it's getting kind of scary, bro. I mean, like I said, we're in LA. We
That
don't
it
hold
is.
up any water, right?
That it is.
All our water goes straight into the ocean. You saw that because we're in the LA River, and all this water is heading right towards Long Beach. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We don't hold water
It's just
for some
bad
bizarre reason.
bad planning.
You know what I mean?
Right. We take our water from San Francisco.
Yeah, but we don't hold our own. I mean, I don't understand this. I don't know why we're not holding this water. This water just running out into the ocean, and it is getting kind of,
Well,
it's getting kind of. Go ahead.
It's not something you could just decide to do. It's going to take $100 million maybe even more. You know what I mean? To come up with a plan and to figure out a way to hold our own water. You know, probably within the next 30 years, 40 years, we'll be holding our own water. It's just it's a big ass expensive project that I don't know why they didn't think about it in the 20s or in the 30s or in the 70s. You know, but
Yeah, I mean they figure
I
we're
know that
like
they're
20.
yeah.
We're 20 miles from the ocean, but we're in a drought. You know, what I mean they haven't even developed the technology to use salt water. You know, desalting the
No,
water so we can use
no,
it.
the technology's there. They developed the technology. They're just not utilizing it. You know, that's the problem. You know, I mean, the army utilizes that technology all the time. They have water filtration systems. They have these trucks that come up and they pull the water and they filter it and they give you a clean cup of water. They have the system in place. I mean, they have the technology. They just don't have the system in place to do it.
In Huntington Beach have the desalination plant set up already?
I think they do, and I know that San Francisco recycles their water. So the
Mm.
same water that they're flushing, it's getting filtered and you can drink it. You know, so I think that was the system that we were talking about doing in LA was recycling all of our water. You know, we'll see where we go. It all depends on who's in office. Yeah,
Man,
it's
it's
all
true. Yeah.
politics, right? You know, that's what it comes down to.
Well, I'd
I
like
mean
to
we
let you guys,
spend.
everyone know that I don't have a lawn. It's all just a barren backyard. Because with pets, it's really hard to keep a nice lawn. So I don't water except for a couple of succulents, and that's about it. So no big water bill because there's nothing to water around here.
Yeah.
But if I had a lawn, I'd want to probably water it.
Well, I
So
mean
I
we
guess I
just
have a
spent. We just spent 700 or whatever, $800 million on a bridge that we can't use. You figure we had the money. We had the money to do things. I mean, but we're doing the wrong things. You know what I mean?
What
priorities,
do we
right?
think? Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's the thing, brothers.
So wait, we
Hey, do
can't use
it.
a Sixth Street Bridge or Sixth Street
Yeah. Let's
Bridge.
talk
No,
about this
right?
Big Street Bridge. Yeah.
We can't use it now because too many people are screwing around doing dumb shit.
Yep.
Dude,
I haven't even been there yet.
I've been there once, bro. I drove through it once, bro. Since it's been open, dude. So I
Wow,
mean,
really?
it's unusable right now. Hey, guys, let me ask you this, dude. What's your thoughts about this plan to put the homeless on all these empty rooms in hotels and motels?
Ask you this. Let me ask you this. Ask James that question.
Yeah, I got to answer.
Yeah.
Once they hit that Embassy Suites,
Yes.
I'm homeless. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I'm homeless,
Yeah.
boy.
I mean, what if you and your wife are like, hey, we're gonna do a getaway. We're gonna go, stay at the Ace Hotel downtown LA, and we're gonna do, and then you come to find out that the person next to you was given to a homeless person. You don't know their habits. You don't
Right.
know, they're people. Some people are crazy, dude. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. We all have the homeless people have most of them have mental health issues, and the last thing I want to do is to have my kids that close to a situation that might erupt. So I'm against it personally. Yeah,
How about you,
I
Mondo?
am
What's your
too, 'cause you
what's
don't
your
know
thoughts about it?
what they're all about.
you don't know.
You know, it's very difficult because how are they going to recoup money? These businesses aren't open for free,
Yeah,
and
right.
to have because you have empty rooms is what is. I mean, they usually want to put people in them that are going to pay the bill. So is the government going to subsidize? I mean, that's really kind of like Jesse said. You're going to go on a nice little getaway, and you're like the person next to you. It's just not either stable or they're just doing some weird shit, and you're like, well, there goes the romantic weekend. Let's get the hell out of here. I
Yeah.
mean, I get it. They got to live places, but gosh, it just seems like such a never-ending problem. They're either getting motorhomes and parking on streets until they get towed away, or else they're putting up camp wherever. I mean, I drive
Yeah.
by. I'm sure you guys do too. Everywhere, there's people putting up tents, tarps, pallets. It's just a big problem. I don't know if that's going to solve it.
in front of my, in front of my work, I counted yesterday because my wife were having conversation. I counted 21 mobile homes on
Oh,
the street in
yeah.
front of my work. And not only that, they don't just live in the mobile homes; they occupy the sidewalk too.
Yep.
It's just like bikes. It's like junkyard of bikes that goes down the whole block on the sidewalk. So yeah,
Well, there's plenty of open space in Lancaster.
yeah, right, yeah,
Keep moving up. Keep moving on up.
Yeah,
moving them,
just saying.
yeah,
You can find plenty of free parking. You can do what you want out there. You don't bother anybody. You know,
Well, my
there's a lot
question
of free
is,
space everywhere.
my question is, are they going to enforce that these hotels and
They can't.
motels house these people, house the homeless, or they're going to give the homeless like a coupon or something where they can go and book a
A
room?
voucher.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, I'm
that's
assuming.
what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a voucher. It's gonna have to be a voucher system because how are these hotels gonna get paid?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
just figure if you were a hotel motel owner, how would you feel about that? You know,
Yeah.
It's like your rights are taken away, and you're forced to have to house these people that you're not even sure if they're going to take care of the room you're giving them, and what kind of riffraff they'll bring, what kind of friends they'll bring over, what's going to happen in those rooms. You know, then your hotel just loses its dignity, and it becomes a place where
Exactly.
where homeless hang out, or
It's,
that's
it
the
loses
homeless
its curb appeal. Well, this is not something new. I mean, listen, I come from El Sereno. I come from a family of gang members, and some of my uncles who are no longer with us today, they lived on this system, this like the GA, I guess, the general. I don't know
GR,
the age.
GR,
Yeah,
general relief.
General Relief. They lived in General Relief, and they would get hotel vouchers.
Mhm.
This is nothing new. They got these vouchers, but those hotels were the slimy hotels that are in downtown LA that have been gentrified now. So now those hotels that they would give them vouchers to no longer exist, or most of them at least don't. They no longer exist. So this is nothing new. It's just expansion of a system that's already in place. I think.
Right. What
Well,
they
then
should
how do you kick them out? I mean, that's another thing. How do you evict them if they say, you know what, I've 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 used up my voucher, but I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying.
right? There's eviction laws.
What do you do?
There's
Yeah.
Yeah. You can
Oh,
get
yeah.
squatters, right? Yeah.
They'll stay there longer. Fuck the voucher. I'm staying here for the next year.
right.
Just never leave your room, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
Never leave your room.
Yeah, I mean it's a very touchy subject. I mean, people, there's a lot of places with empty rooms that they could use the money, but then again, can they use the trouble and the problems that are going to come with it? You know what I mean? So it's a tough situation. But I mean, let's say you're a homeless person, they give you a voucher, and then you go to this motel. Are they gonna tell you a specific motel, or you can walk up to any of them? I don't know how the system's gonna work. I'm assuming you can take it to wherever you want, and that place cannot turn you down unless they put a sign out front saying we're not taking the vouchers or whatever. You know what I mean?
I think hotels are going to have to opt into this program. I don't think that they can force it on any hotel. I think that if you're in a hotel, like let's say let's say you own the hotel right here on Eastern and Huntington Drive. I don't even know why this is the purpose of a hotel being in the middle of El Sereno on Eastern. What's the purpose of that, right? So
Party.
if you own that hotel, yeah, you opt in because you already have them staying in your hotel anyway. So
After
opt
hours.
in and at least, yeah, exactly. Hey, that's a shady ass
I-
after hours, though, right?
I had plenty of fun up in that place after hours, bro.
Dude, yeah,
So you know which one I'm talking about.
yeah.
Spoken from
Poplar.
experience.
What is the
eh,
purpose of this hotel, dude?
Everybody, hey, dude, everybody ended up at Poplar and Huntington Drive, bro. Everybody ended up at that place.
We're like, hey, we're going on vacation to El Sereno. What? In the 80s? That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody ended up at that motel, bro. Everybody. Even the
I
parking lot used to happen, dude. The parking lot used to jump in that place. So
Yeah.
on the
Oh my
serious.
god.
So yeah, like I said, bro, man, it sounds like a good idea. I mean, but like I said, most of these, you'd be surprised. Some of these people, I don't want to speak for all of them, but my thoughts are that a lot of these people kind of enjoy the freedom of what they do, right? A lot of them you can't even offer them housing because they don't want it. They have no
Right.
interest in it. You know what I mean? They just
Exactly.
they want to live like that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I think
You know what,
probably
George?
50.
I
Mhm.
just
Go ahead.
I have to reconsider on one aspect of the homeless. Now, if it's a single family, a mom that lost her job and she's got kids and all that, I'm all for it.
Exactly.
I'm all for it.
Yes.
But
I
if
was
you're
going to say that, yeah. Go
yeah,
on.
if you're an addict and you've been jail numerous times, you still haven't learned your lesson. ship them off to Lancaster, bro. Yeah,
No.
but a single mom or a dad that's trying to make a way for his family and stuff like that, I'm all for it.
Yeah, somebody hits hard times. It's kind of
Yeah.
like a just quick to get you back on your feet type thing.
Right.
That would be at the discretion of the caseworker,
Right.
like to decide whether or not, like, hey, of course, no, I'm all for that. I'm all for that because they're going to be respectful. That they're
Yeah,
they're just trying to
grateful.
get something and grateful as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But a majority of those people that we see out there,
Not.
they're not.
They're not
Yeah,
those
yeah,
people.
are
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because, like I said, there's literally in front of my work. There's 21 of these things, and I see these guys coming in and out of their mobile homes, right, in and out, and they're rolling up on like brand new bikes. They're pushing lawnmowers, and I'm like, come on,
iPhones, the other iPhones, the latest
yeah,
ones.
yeah. I'm like, come on, these guys are just walking around and they're just jacking from the locals. And I work in Pacoima, so they're just probably roaming the streets of Pacoima. Hey, some kid left his bike there. It's my bike. You know what I mean? Or check out, some dude left his lawnmower, so he can go get a glass of water. I always think about that. When I'm doing my yard, I'm like, I gotta get a glass of water. Great, somebody's gonna steal my lawnmower. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, because I see them. I see them pushing lawnmowers. I see them riding bikes, ghost riding a bike while they ride a bike.
Right?
I'm like,
I
these
see that
guys,
too.
man, these guys are up to no good, right? Yeah. So
On a lighter note, well, lighter note, but it kind of pisses me off, dude. My burrito went up another dollar, boy. So now I'm up to $10. I'm up to $10 for a burrito, boy. This is getting ridiculous, man. It's gone up
On Soto?
30%. Yeah, it's gone up 30%, bro. 30% in the last 3 months. Unacceptable.
what's funny is just before the show started, we went to Pepe's, is a local joint, right, maybe a block away from me, and I ordered a burrito, and it was $10. And my wife was like, $10 for a burrito. I'm like, that's the going price. Like, that's the going price. I love it. Like, there's no more $7 burritos, bro.
Hey, are we gonna get the $7 burrito back, or should I just forget about it?
Never. You're never gonna get the $7 burrito back.
What
forget
the-
it, bro?
Yeah.
What are you talking
If you
about?
do get
dude?
it, it's gonna have less product in it.
Yeah. Or you go to you
Yeah.
could go to Taco Bell because the $5 burrito is gonna be $7.
Oh, don't tell me that. That's my favorite place.
That's how you're gonna get the $7 burrito back.
Dude, and tacos are
Oh, yeah.
$2.50 for a taco, bro. Come on, man. That's not right, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? Remember, they used to be $1, right? Or there's that one.
Dude,
place,
last
that
year
one
they were
place,
last year they were a
red and white
buck.
tile. They were 60-cent tacos. No more, man. No more 60-cent tacos.
Oh no.
Hey Jesse, let me ask you this:
Give you a thumbs
Has
You
that
know what place? You know
is,
what
is
place
that
I'm
going on?
talking about.
Hey Jesse, let me ask you this: San Felipe is the same thing, bro? Prices have gone up too. Food wise, in Mexico, in San
You're
Felipe.
breaking up, George.
San Felipe, are the prices
Oh,
going up?
No, the prices are the same. Yeah, there's not really anything going up. I was just like, for example, there's a place out there that, I mean, the prices are good. Like, there's a place out there where I know that, like, it's a little steakhouse. It's like a locals kind of steakhouse. It's not like near the ocean or the Malecon. It's on the opposite side of the road in the desert. It's called Mario's Steakhouse, and they offer you, like, when they come to your table, they bring the steaks, and they're like, you get to pick your steak, right? And they're prime and they're aged. This place is the bomb, right? 2 ribeye steaks, and they come with the veggies, the potato, the works, and a bottle of wine, not a cheap bottle of wine, a nice bottle of wine. 2 steaks, all of that, dinner for 2 was $72. Yeah, $72. I mean, that's normally dinner for 1. You know what I
Right.
mean? Not including the wine. You know what I mean? So the prices are good out there, man. That's my spot. And the tacos are like a buck. A buck each, maybe $1.10. You know what I mean? But
Wow, bro!
Place is
Like I
bomb.
said, bro, $10 burrito, boy. I never thought I was gonna see that, dude.
yeah.
on now.
Well, you're never gonna get a burrito in San Felipe. They don't have burritos in Mexico, dude.
That's right,
They-
right?
They
Do
just have
they don't
cinco
make-
asadas.
They don't make
They
they
don't
don't make burritos over there, right? Is that
No,
is that
they
an
make-
American thing?
I think it's an American thing. Yeah, they don't have burritos out there. Have you ever
Let me-
got a burrito in Mexico, James?
I don't.
No, right? They don't have them. You don't see them.
Interesting. Well, let me give
George is
RG.
disappointed now.
Yeah, dude, I'm disappointed.
He was considering moving out there, but not anymore. They don't
Yeah,
have
go.
burritos.
I was thinking going to San Felipe and go back to my $5 burritos, but that's not gonna work. There's no burritos up there, bro.
Fish
Seriously,
tacos, baby.
man.
Fish tacos
Yeah.
and shrimp tacos.
No, that's out of hand, bro. I'm telling you, that's out of hand. I can't deal with it. Seriously, dude, I went over there. I go, what, $10? What? I'm more like, no, man. And then
I mean, you know what?
it got more expensive and it got smaller, bro, which pisses me off twice. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
I don't know. I have like my $10 burrito moment. It's not a burrito, but like I went to the local liquor store up the street. They're supposed to be the best, whatever. I get my beers from there all the time, and I picked up an 18 pack of Modelo. And like I never really care about how much I spend for something. It's like not something that I think about. It is what it is. But I put the 18-pack Modelo on the counter, and the guy wanted $33.
Damn.
Oh,
Right?
For an 18 pack.
Yeah, I was like, at first I thought he wasn't talking to me. I was on the phone. He's all to be 33. I was like, you talking to me? Like, no, you're crazy, dude. Out of principle, I was like, listen, it's not even that I can't afford it. I could pay $33. I'm not gonna pay
Right?
$30 for it. So I took it back and I got Bud Light. I was like, do that, dude, but yeah, so like everything is going up. It's across the board, like
Right.
shit.
CVS. Go to CVS.
Yeah, is that where they have them? CVS?
That's
Yeah,
it,
it was
yeah.
like,
Beer's cheap there, bro.
Yeah,
seriously,
dude,
I
but
have
you-
a kegerator in my garage.
You gotta buy
I'm
like
gonna break out
you
the
gotta buy, like,
kegerator. I'm just
three-
done with it. I'm gonna.
yeah, CVS is pretty good, but they make you buy like 3 cases of beer, right? It's like $15.99, but you gotta buy 3 cases. You know what I'm saying? I don't drink that much
Still,
beer, bro.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
still,
like it's
fuck
not
it.
like you're not gonna drink it.
Yeah, stock up, George. Stock up.
Stock up, dude.
You have to go
That'll
back.
last you. That'll last George a year.
No,
Now, if it was Zima,
Yeah.
There you go. No,
Sorry, right?
Do they
dude,
still
you know
make
what my
Zima?
you know what my monthly beer intake is? 12 beers.
Two?
That's my monthly intake. 12
Ah,
beers.
That's not
Yeah.
bad. That's not bad.
3
That's like
every
hourly
3 every
intake on a weekend. Shit. And Modelo too. None of that light stuff. But Zimas, James, where do they sell them at? I haven't seen those in forever.
that's a George question.
Hey,
That's
they
my
sell
drink.
them at
Oh, it is?
Galcos. They sell them at Galcos, dude, right there by your house.
Do you like Zimas, George?
Dude, that was my
Hey,
drink,
is,
bro. That was my drink back in the days.
Is Galco still open? Is that place still there?
Whose
Yeah,
neighborhood? Echo Park or Highland Park?
Highland Park.
in Highland Park.
Oh,
Dude, that place looks all run down. Every time I've gone down there, it just looks all abandoned. I mean, I know they have a bunch of
know,
stuff,
but-
but it looks in bad
Yeah.
shape, bro.
They have your beers, bro. They have your beers in there. They have all of the old school beers in there, dude. You
shit.
should go inside, and they have good sandwiches. The place is.
I don't know, bro. That deli
the
does
out-
not look good,
It
bro.
doesn't-
That
it's good, bro. They're serving it up. They're serving it up.
I
bro,
don't
for
know.
Sure.
I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't trust that. I wouldn't trust that deli, brother. That thing didn't look right, bro. Yeah, that was kind of sketchy right there, brother.
I mean, I get my sandwiches there sometimes, dude, and they're pretty good. You know?
All right. Kind of sketchy, bro. That the salami's starting looking green, bro. I was like, well, that ain't right.
Green is fine, long as it's not gray. Long as it's not gray.
Green, gray.
All right.
Let
What do
me-
we got? What do we got on the?
Let me. Well, I kind of want to find out about Jamie and James' trip, bro. So how was that trip, Jamie and James? I mean, besides the, hey, you know what was the name of that Mexican joint you went to? Did it have a like
Yeah,
a?
yeah.
Go ahead, my brother.
Oh, it was called Jaws Tacos.
That's not a
Jaws.
Mexican name, bro.
Like the
That's not a
movie.
good
Yeah,
name.
dude. Come
That's
on.
not. That's not
I
a good
know.
name, bro.
Did you tell him?
Did you
How'd
tell him,
say
dude?
Jaws
That's
in
just
Spanish.
Don't.
You don't?
Jaws in Spanish.
Yaz.
Yas.
Yeah, the name threw me off too. It really did. It really
Did
did.
they, hey,
I'm like,
hey, Jamie
man,
Jane, did
I
did
gotta
they
see what you guys
did they
talking
have funny
about.
names for the did they have funny names for their food too, or was it just tacos, burritos, tortas, or what? Or did they have like
Huh.
Senor,
No,
senor this, senor
the same
that,
menu
senor
we got out here.
tacos.
No, no trendy names.
Okay.
Straight up.
Hmm.
Tacos de carne asada, burrito de carne asada, quesadilla, chilaquiles, all that straight up. The menu just looked just the same. So no trendy names, no niche names or anything like that. But it was good stuff. It was really good stuff.
You guys do any like
So
paddleboarding or kayaking?
Paddleboarding did. Kayaking got canceled. The swell picked up the day we're supposed to go out paddle. Excuse me, kayaking. So that got canceled on us. We did a lot of stops at waterfalls, beaches, private beaches. The good thing about how all of the Hawaiian Islands is all the beaches are public, so you could go up behind someone's $3 million home, post up on the beach, and
They
no
can't say
problem.
nothing.
They
That's
can't
cool.
say nothing at all.
Did you guys rent a car?
Yep, we
Yeah.
rented a car.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's nice. Very
yeah, it
cool.
wasn't that bad. Everything, the pricing was good. Uh, it was just fun, bro. It was really relaxing. Maui is a lot more calmer than the Big Island, Oahu. Yeah, it's
Was
really
it
chill.
it was chill? Was it busy? A lot of people, a lot of
Nah,
tourists?
dude,
No.
like the way I explained it, the maximum speed limit, um, there on the island, even on the highway, it's about 20 miles per hour. No one goes fast.
Wow.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
chill.
really,
Yeah, everybody just
really,
cruises along. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
and how
Very
are the
cool.
Yeah.
how
No
are the
traffic either.
how are the locals treat you, brother? How are they?
Oh, we're their livelihood, so they treat you with all respect and
Huh.
positive attitude and you know good vibes. Really good vibes right there.
I
Nice.
mean, they
I
have
have
like
I have
their
a cousin. Yeah. No, go on, George.
go ahead. No, go ahead, brother.
No, I was to say I have a friend and a cousin that I haven't spoke to in a while, but they were stationed in Hawaii, and they used to tell me some horror stories about the locals and them, and like how they just they weren't down with the howlies they would call them, you know what I mean? Like yeah, so that's why I was curious to see how I was also curious to see how how they were towards you.
Yeah,
You know,
there's certain part of the islands that are restricted. They're very reserved about their property.
hmm
It's just like here. You don't want somebody walking off the street and just walking into your yard, right?
yeah, yeah, for
And
sure.
it's the same thing out there. Like what the hell you doing in my yard, bro?
Just respect, yeah, just
Yeah,
respect them both ways, yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know. I'm assuming that they don't like the tourists going into their neighborhoods, right? They like them to stay by the beach and all the. They probably don't enjoy too
But
much
that's
of
like
the tourists.
it's like that everywhere, bro. You go to Mexico, you just don't go where you don't belong.
Exactly,
You know,
exactly.
anywhere
Stay in your
you
lane.
visit, yeah, you just don't go where you don't belong, and you get a feel for it,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're from the hood, so we already know that. We have that
right?
vibe. Yeah, we just know
Yeah,
where we can and can't go.
Right, exactly.
but you know what? I'm a knucklehead, so I like to go where the people go. So I like to go into the neighborhoods, and I don't like the tourist spots. I like to dig into the culture. So I probably get my ass kicked
Yeah,
in Hawaii.
probably. You're probably gonna get your ass kicked.
Yeah, but the thing about that, George, is you just go to go to a bar, start talking to one of the locals, like, hey, where do you usually hang out? And they'll tell you, like, oh, well, I hang out over here, and you just ask them, like, hey, if it's cool,
Dude,
can
I
a
think
tourist go
after a
out there?
few,
Like, nah. But if
after,
you spark it off with them, they'll roll with
after
you.
a
They'll take you out
Uh,
there.
no, I think after a few beers, you probably got a target right on your back, bro. I think you get your ass kicked, to be honest with you. It's like going to San
You're like,
Francisco with it's going like San Francisco with an LA cap, dude. You're asking for trouble, bro.
I I do it. I used to do it before pandemic. I used to do that every week, bro.
What's
I
wrong
was
with
going
that?
to San
They
Francisco.
don't say anything.
Yeah, more scared of the
Uh,
homeless out there than I am. They're crazy.
There's
There's a
more
whole
LA fans up there anyhow.
there's a whole different level of homeless in San Francisco than there are out here, bro. They're mean and they're angry and they're confrontational, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Jeez.
yeah, no, serious. Like, I was only my hotel was only 3 blocks from where I worked, and that 3 blocks I would always get harassed, bro. Like they wanted to fight. They would get in your face and yell at you, dude. So it's a whole different level of homeless people, bro. So you just put your head down and you speed walk. That's what I would do. Speed walk, man. It's crazy. Yeah, crazy. But I always wore my LA hat.
Hey,
I always wore an LA hat.
asking for trouble. Hey, Jamie James, how was the flight, brother? How was that flight?
5-hour flight, 2 movies. Just
Nice.
they had free movies on the flight, so I just tuned in at 2 movies on the way over there. Before I knew it, I was there.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, no interesting people whatsoever. I was hoping there was one Asian lady that stood the whole flight after it took off.
Stood the whole flight.
Stood the whole flight,
What was the
Standing up?
reason?
standing up. I don't know.
Jeez.
No, some people just don't. They don't want to be sitting down. They walk up and down the aisles. Was she
She didn't move. She just
Oh,
stood
she-
in that one spot
there.
for the
Wow.
whole flight. And then on the way back, another Asian lady stood up the whole flight. I just didn't understand it. Maybe just couldn't sit for a long period of time. But
Yeah.
man, yeah, but that was most interesting. Other than the typical farts on the plane. It's
Oh
it's
God.
horrible, bro. Like everybody started looking like someone shit
There-
their pants on, bro.
They're all looking at you or what?
They're looking at me, dude.
That freaking brown guy. It's the brown guy in the back.
He must have had a $10 burrito from LA.
Oh, no.
God.
Damn.
Uh,
An airport burrito is not $10. It's $20.
20
Right.
bucks, dude. Yeah.
Oh,
how
my
about
God.
surfing? Do you do any surfing, James? Or
The waves in Maui are very, very small waves.
Wow.
They don't get big at all. Like I said, it's a very chill island. Now Oahu has the bigger waves on the North Shore. Those things
yeah,
are huge.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah. But the great thing about the islands is the salinity level or the salt level in the water is a lot higher than it is here. So you
Huh.
tend to float a lot more easily in the water. So when you see these Hawaiians just going at it in this deep ocean and all that stuff, it's because the salinity level is a lot higher. So you float easier. It's a lot harder to drown, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
That's
Let
good
me.
to know.
Hey, fellas, I'm
Somebody's
gonna.
asking us. Somebody's asking us to do a shot every 10 minutes. I guess-
Yeah. All right.
Like, you
They
guys
gonna
are-
join us?
I think we're boring. We're boring them. Let's do a shot.
No, let me go to my DVD of the week. Can I do my DVD of the week, guys? And this is a classic,
Please
man.
do.
And I know it's
Let's see what you got
yeah.
there.
I know Mondo's gonna know what this flick is. It's not porn, bro. But just check it out. you see it?
Wait a minute. I can't see.
Oh,
it very
jeez, it
well.
won't
Jojo
focus.
Dancer.
The jazz singer, Neil Diamond, the jazz singer. Have you guys ever checked
Neil
this flick
Diamond,
out? Any of you guys?
You know what? I
Yeah,
never
I
saw it.
I like that movie. That's a good movie.
You never,
What,
dude.
what year
I-
was that,
I-
George?
Probably 77, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
You never seen the jazz singer, bro? Seriously?
I've
That's
never
it's
seen
a
it.
good movie. And that's your era, bro. Right?
Yeah,
Mine,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah, that's when I was
for
growing
sure.
up. That's like I said, my parents were big in music.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but you know what? They didn't take us to a lot of movies. Is that rated R?
Rated R.
'Cause if
Drama.
If it is, yeah,
If
they
you
didn't
really-
take us
if
to
you
Not,
really-
It's not rated X, bro. It's not.
Never got to go to movies.
You know, we didn't get to go see rated R movies as a kid. I had to see them later in life, and that was off the list. Remember VHS? That was when we really.
Well, I
had to
mean,
sell
if you haven't seen the jazz singer, I've been dying. Well, I've been at the point of doing what he did in this movie several times in my life. So if you watch the
just
movie,
took
you're
off?
gonna yeah, just yeah,
I'm gonna watch it
exactly.
now.
he went
It's
out for a pack of smokes and never came
He
home.
never came back, bro. He just
Whoa!
yeah, dude. It's he hit a wall, bro. He hit a wall and he took off, dude. So it's a great flick.
Oh my God.
So
All right, now I'm gonna watch it. Sounds interesting.
Oh, George, you're killing me, dog. You're killing me, dude.
so that's
This is all evidence, bro. This is all-
Right? right? It's all being recorded and
Dude.
it'll all be used against you.
You're going to be
We-
listening to these in a courtroom, divorce court.
We keep it 100 here, bro. We keep it 100. Keep it true. Keep it real here, brother. We don't fake the funk over here,
Oh,
brother.
my God.
So no faking the funk right here, my brothers.
Right?
Right.
I
So I mean, I didn't even go to the. I know RG's messaging. Diani Lopez is there. Carlos was there for a little bit. So Susie Galvan kind of bailed on us because we started talking about these Mondo movies. So
Wait a minute. We're not gonna call. It was a long time ago. Whoever's.
Hey, it's too late, bro. She left already, bro.
Yeah, I know.
It's too
Fine.
late.
Fuck it.
well, okay.
Sorry.
So
Oh, my God.
we don't have Leo for the entertainment report. So hopefully Leo's doing okay out there, man. He's out there trying to get one of his bail one of his guys out from his company, which he's doing, his boss work. You know what I'm saying? He's got to take care of some business, so that's why he had to leave. But I'm hoping that he's taking care of that deal. So Leo, if you're out there, let us know how you're doing, my brother. I know you're busy trying to get
Yeah.
this guy going and get him home. Jamin James, do you have a report for us? Do you have an entertainment report
What's up?
for Leo? Do you have an entertainment report for Leo? But I don't think you do, right? Oh, wait a minute.
No, that I
Entertainment
can't-
report.
Oh yeah.
No,
I
the
do. I do. I actually do.
Okay.
Killer Show Saturday.
There you
It's gonna be
go.
off the hook.
Line.
That's it. For
Where's this
entertainment.
gig at?
Yeah. Oh,
Where's
and
the show
also
at?
We have the FC Stadium in LA.
Holy crap. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
guys
big
were just
gig,
talking
dude.
about that.
Yeah.
right? Who are you gonna go
No,
see?
I did.
Killers.
The Killers.
Yeah,
That
we
you
have
think
like this
there's a killer
humongous.
show.
Oh, it's gonna be a killer show.
Killers
be
gonna
a
have a
killer
killer show.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Very cool.
Hey, Mondo, what's your seating, bro? You up on the top? You're in the middle? You're on the floor? You're on the pit? Where are you, my brother?
You
You
know,
thought he was at Staples Center. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know now. Just like when before this show last week, I was on Zoom and you guys sent me a different link. I'm like, oh great, I'm at panic time. I don't know. My buddy got the tickets and I'm really grateful. So I don't care. Honestly, I don't care where I sit nowadays because I have bad eyesight anyway. But as long as you can hear it, that's all I care about.
The further away, the better, right?
Yeah, because you can see everything, Plus, you can get the hell out of there in case there's some kind of killers are gonna have a riot. I went to Uncle Jam's army back in the day. Someone threw a firecracker in the middle of the dance floor, and man, let me tell you, I don't know how we didn't get trampled because there was a stampede, and it was just crazy. And I have memories of that when I go to these venues, and I'm like, okay, the closer I sit to an exit, better. And like I go watch a lot of hockey games, and I like sitting from up top because you can see the whole game develop. Even though people thought, oh, they're cheap seats, I'm like, well, I can see really good from there. So
Yeah.
I'm not into the behind the glass or on center line or anything like that. But I don't care where we're gonna sit. My buddies got the tickets, so I'm just like, hey, cool, thanks. And I haven't been to a concert since Madonna back in. I know I went to Madonna. Well, I took a girl, so and I also went to go see Kiss. When their last
boy.
farewell tours back in the year late '80s or early '90s, I think. So I don't know where I'm sitting, but if James, we run into each other, I'll get you a beer.
Right on.
So it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. That's Saturday night.
Hey, Mondo, what year was the Madonna tour? Which tour was it? Do you remember?
It was like a Virgin tour.
God damn,
Always opened
dude.
up for her with that
They
stuff.
did,
Yeah.
and you know what? That's the day
Yeah.
they said she was pregnant. She fell and all. I saw that
Yeah.
stupidity, but
That was the
yeah,
Beastie
I took a
Boys,
girl. A girl really wanted to go see it, and I was really trying to impress her. And the worst part is after I got so drunk at the Madonna concert, which you can do that. She went to the girl's bathroom, the girl at my date, and I thought she was lost. So like an idiot, I went to the bathroom, calling her name, and she's like embarrassed, saying, "I'm right here, but don't come in." I went in and looked over the stall. She was sitting there peeing, and I just felt like it's such an idiot. I ended up having to walk home that day because she went with another friend. She was so mad at me. I ended up walking home. Case in point,
Hey, bro.
we didn't hook up again. The Madonna concert was just that memorable for her. She thought she had enough of me. But,
Dude, you are smooth, bro. You are.
you know what?
Hey,
Drunk and dumb.
how is- now I wonder, like, how are you single, bro? How are you single?
That's why. Most of my dates end in disaster, or they think that we're
Hey.
gonna go get married. I'm like, no.
when your homie goes to the restroom,
you don't
follow
go. You don't follow him. Yeah, I'm not. And don't go to the women's room because you just don't do that at a concert. I'm surprised security didn't come and kick my ass out, but the concert was over already.
It's like I think it's okay now.
Oh yeah, now it's, all gender restrooms, so I could do that now. But back in the early '90s, it wasn't acceptable. She got married, had kids with some other guy, and has a great life. She would have had no good life with me, so she made the right choice.
So that was your last concert, bro? Seriously?
No, then it was Kiss after that, but it was same area, same year, like maybe 90, just say 92, 93.
Yeah,
and that was it. And it was right here at the Dodger Stadium, so it was in my backyard.
That's an easy one.
Yeah,
easy.
I don't go out much, believe it or not. It's just the concerts are fun though, but this is gonna be the first one I haven't been to a concert, like I said, since the early '90s.
You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna have a great time.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, Killers, and I like the Killers, so it's good.
Yeah.
Where you sitting at, Jamin James? You got some baller seats, or where you at?
I don't know. I just know I'm going. my
like me,
kid,
yeah. I don't know.
My kids bought them for me for my birthday.
Oh, nice.
3 years ago? Right before the pandemic hit. It's been that long waiting, bro. It's been that long waiting. So I couldn't tell you. I'll probably go look at the tickets tonight.
I bought tickets pre-pandemic to go because my wife loves the Eagles, so they were doing this whole like Hotel of California tour, and I bought her the tickets, right? And I bought really good tickets, floor tickets, whatever. And so on my mind, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be great, but it got postponed. They got postponed. And then maybe I think it was about a year ago, last year, they finally it's coming. Your tickets are still good. And I think I was sitting on the last seat up there on the top, bro. I think I was 6 inches from the roof.
At the forum,
I was like,
right?
I was like, these are the tickets that I freaking picked out and paid for. What the hell happened here? Yeah, right. Crazy, man. So, anywho, you just reminded me of that, bro.
Oh man.
All right, fellas. So, well, we're almost out of here. So I'm going to do the wraparound real quick because I have a little bit of a delay. Let me go to Jamin James. Do you have any shout-outs first before you say goodbye to the people, Jamin James?
Yeah, RG checked in with us while we were talking. Diani Lopez, we made her hungry, by the way, guys. We're talking about all this food and stuff. Kitty checked in with us also. Carlos Reda. Susie Galvan, sorry, girl, but anything goes, and we speak our mind here on the show. But hopefully, we'll see you again next week. Leo, best of luck out there, brother. Hope everything goes well. Well, he'll be back on the show next week without delay. And other than that, thank you all for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. You guys are our bloodline, and be sure to tune in with us next week. Share, pass on the vibe, and let everybody know what we're all about. Thank you all.
Okay. You know what? I forgot to mention the website. You can go to www.thewildhourpodcast.com now, and you can check us out. You can follow us, pictures, videos, links. So we have our own website now. So, go check it out. Let me go to Mondo here. What do you got for the people, man? You got some parting words for the people, Mondo?
Well, first I got words for you guys. Thanks for having me on as a host. Jamin James, I'm glad you're back. I filled in for you the last week, and then today kind of filled in for Leo. But it's been great being on here. Thanks for having me on. As far as for the people, it's just the only thing I'm really going to talk about is Sunday. Tune into All Groove House from 2 o'clock to I think 7 or 6. We're doing the retro show. It's a lot of fun because Hayes is there, 7-6 is there. George will be there. Paulie Wizard's there. It's just a really good. And George T, his wife is just phenomenal. She just does so much, puts up with all the racket going on, brings on food and drinks. It's just a really good time. And it's going to be live, right, George?
Yeah, live, all the way live.
So and we're doing all retro 90s stuff. I was practicing earlier today another 90s type techno because I really like that from the 90s. So that's this Sunday, All Groove House. Look at all the links. I'm putting it out there every day from 2 to 7, and that's really it. Thanks for having me on, guys. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor and a pleasure. I will continue to be a fan and listen to you guys after I'm not on here. But if you ever need me to fill in, just give me a call, George. I'm literally just down the street.
You're our
really appreciate it.
No problem.
You're our number one guy now, brother. You're right on the. You're our number one dude to step up on the plate. Jesse, what
So
you
I
got for
just
the
have
people, my
one
brother?
last thing. Let me,
Whoa,
George.
okay,
I got
okay.
one last thing though, George.
Yes,
Did you guys get your Nemesis T-shirts I gave George a month ago?
not my fault.
George,
No.
George,
Not,
come
not
on,
my
brother.
fault. Not my
George.
fault. Not my fault.
Okay. He's got them. He's got
You know
them for you
I
guys.
have them, bro.
I'm picking.
I have-
I'm picking mine up tomorrow after work, dude. I'm gonna just. I'm gonna be like, throw it out the window. Just like,
Leave,
drive
leave it in the mailbox. Leave it in the
Put it in the
mailbox.
mailbox, dude. I'm getting my shirt tomorrow.
Calm down.
All
Calm
right,
down.
I didn't want to put George on the spot, but I
No. I got their shirt right here,
No,
brother. They're waiting for him.
I asked him. I asked him before the show started. I'm like, hey, where's my shirt? You know.
No, they're gonna get them. So what you got for the people besides you ragging on me on your shirt, brother? What's up with you?
Are you talking about me? You talking to me?
Go, Jesse. What you got for the people,
You
my
know what,
brother?
dude? I do want to thank Mondo. Mondo, you stepped in big time, bro. And you weren't filling in for Leo. You're filling in for for James. James is filling in for Leo tonight. Just so we said that. Yeah, you're always supposed to be here. No, we appreciate you, man. You brought a good energy. You brought
Thank you.
You brought a new perspective to the show, and that's a lot of love to you for that. And once again, look at the website. TheWildHourPodcast.com. It's great. George did a great job building that website. You get to see everything. Everything's there. Maybe we could throw a little picture of Mondo on there because he is a special guest. He's like the
Okay,
he's like
yeah,
the
we're gonna
fifth
throw it up
Beatle,
there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That'd be
we'll throw 'em up.
awesome.
Mondo up there. Yeah.
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Thank
And
you, guys.
thanks for listening. Thanks for taking your time out of your day and listening to us and subscribe.
Do we have
appreciate you guys.
an album? Anything for the people? You got nothing for them?
I have something, bro. I have something. I
Okay.
have something because me. I listen to all the whole spectrum of music, bro. You'll get it all, and I love country. I don't like any country. I don't like new pop country, but I like old school country, which brings me to this artist because he's more than old school. He's also psychedelic. So if you like your country with a mix of psychedelic, then I suggest you check out Sturgill Simpson because this guy is the man. This guy, aside from his first two albums, which were very psychedelic, he decided he didn't want to be country anymore. And his third album, or it was, I think maybe his third or fourth album, he went a whole nother route, complete, like almost EDM, and then he came back. So, I mean, if you guys have a chance, check him out, Sturgill Simpson. His music is amazing. It's like a psychedelic country. It'll put you on a trip.
Can we
So,
get a
check it
can we get a close up of that album, Jesse? Can you put up to the
Yeah,
camera?
absolutely.
No, the other camera.
I
The
get
one,
it.
the other one.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. That one. Okay. Is he like a
Yeah.
is he like a youngster, old guy? What's up? What's his story?
He's probably in his 30s. He's in his 30s. He's one of those guys who he came out, he made an album. He sounds very old school. And right away, Nashville jumped on him, and they're like, "Oh, you're the next, Waylon Jennings. You're the next Johnny Cash. We're gonna market you as that." And he made a second album. He didn't want to be that. He's like, "You don't tell me what I play. I play what I want to play." So he made a second album. I mean, it's just amazing. I think his first three albums were just like a whole nother level of country. But then I think he just got tired of them telling him what to play, and he just like, you know what? I'm not gonna listen to you anymore. I'm gonna do what I want to do. So he made his fourth album. So it's like a total EDM style album. And then after that, he's like, "You guys want country? I'll bring you back country. I'll bring you back country the way that I know how to do it." And he has these albums that he made for the people. They're called Cutting Grass, and he did it in bluegrass. So I mean, I got all of his records, bro. I love this dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're really into the
Yeah.
cat.
Oh yeah, this guy's good. You guys gotta check him out. Sturgill Simpson. You know what? I work from home, and when I work from home, kind of like a DJ sets up a playlist, I go through my collection. I break out 3 or 4 or 5 albums because I like to listen to the whole album, and I put them in front of the turntable and I just go through them. And that's kind of my day when I'm here, So there's always something coming up. So I like to collect different styles, different genres, because I'll get bored fast. So it can't just be new wave or house or disco. I switch it up completely. So I hope you guys enjoy what I'm bringing to the table because it's something different, definitely.
Well, yeah, man, that sounds. I mean, that sounds pretty interesting, bro. So you're gonna have to send me a picture of that album so I can put it up on the Instagram so people can check that out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sounds like a very
Definitely.
interesting cat, man. Is he?
Yeah,
Is
you
he?
guys will like him.
Is he? Where's he from? Do you know where he's from? What city he's from?
It's from Nashville.
Oh, he's from Nashville. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right, man.
He's from Nashville.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to check them out, bro. Because I mean, some of your music, dog.
Yeah.
Like you have to watch my movies. I gotta listen to some of your tunes, bro.
Yes, bro. Yes, exactly.
you
And
know what I'm
I
saying?
know
We-
most of your movies. Most of them.
All right, so you guys make sure you guys check out the Jazz Singer, and when you see the scene when he takes off, just picture me. Okay, just picture me.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'll watch it tonight, George.
George's
I'm
gonna jump in his
I'm gonna text you
Mustang.
later on.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes, brother. Sometimes,
Yes, I
bro.
got it on my
Sometimes I get
list.
to that point, bro. I wish that would be awesome, dude. Just jump on a Mustang and go as far as the gas will take you, right, Jesse?
That's exactly right. And you know a Mustang's gonna overheat before it runs out of gas. I had one, I know. They don't last long. All right.
But it's a great flick. You guys should check it out, man. It's a great flick. If you can catch it tonight, Mondo, catch it, brother. You'll love it, dude. It's
I
a
am gonna
great
watch
flick.
tonight. I'm off
Neil
tomorrow,
Di-
so I'm gonna watch tonight.
Neil Diamond
Yeah, you'll
rocks
like
in
it,
this
dude. It's a
movie,
good
brother.
movie.
Yeah, good movie,
It's a really
good
good movie.
tunes. So check it out. Okay, people, thank you. I know we had a kind of like a serious show today. We'll go back to all the silliness next week, but we had to cover a lot of
Shenanigans.
topics. Yeah, we had to cover some
Yeah.
topics that are on the news right now. So, but next week we'll go back to some silliness. Leo will be back next week. Sorry, Mondo won't, but he'll be filling in here and there when one of the guys is out. So we
Anytime,
do.
guys. Anytime.
Once again, Mondo, thank you for doing this for us. We
Thank you
appreciate
guys.
it.
I love it. Thank you guys.
And so people, we'll
Awesome.
check you guys. We'll check you out next week. Make sure to go to the website www.thewildhourpodcast.com or follow us on Instagram, The Wild Hour Cast, on TikTok, The Wild Hour Cast. So follow us, like us, share, tell your friends about us. So we'll catch you next week, 8 o'clock, right here. We're out of here. Peace.
And YouTube.
Oh,
I
YouTube,
like
too.
YouTube.
All right, my brother.
Yes,
YouTube.
YouTube.
All right, guys.
Absolutely.
See you, boys.
We're out of here. Peace.
Device connection terminated.